wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow, and the old ways get washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this: if you try to get some sleep, if you give up the fight, if only just
Hello, happy peoples. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Good to talk to you. Wonderful day today. And check this out. All cleared off. Oh, and there's a puppy and a Evelyn in the background too. We rented a skid steer so we could push a lot of these huge mounds of snow at least away from the house. Oh yeah, there's a Garrett. So the kids are pretty excited because now, what are these called, Garrett? What do we call these now?
Well, we kind of call them hills that we could slide down.
Slide hills, boom. So if you guys are able to, and you're like us and got a lot of snow here in the interior of Alaska, getting that snow away from the house, I think will help for breakup, because this is going to be an intense breakup when everything starts to melt here. Well, it's kind of sort of starting, although we're supposed to have negative temperatures like next week, so I don't know. Life just seems like, you know, there's so many good things that happen, but there's always something out there, right? There's always some kind of struggle, some kind of hurdle. You know, you got issues with family, you got issues with your job. There's just issues in just trying to churn through life sometimes. But one of the current latest issues, if you saw, we had our heating fuel delivered. And I guess this is something that kind of affects everyone. But I want to talk a little bit like Alaska, what this does for us. It's actually not all negative, believe it or not, but there are some unexpected things too that kind of popped up when I did some research. So I want to talk about that a little later. But first of all, the 2 coldest months of the year, heating our home with our wood stove running most of the time, $1,399. He was filling it up over here. And I was like going to look at the counter. I'm like, it's got to stop any time here. I've been running the wood stove. Maybe I should have run the wood stove more. Oh my goodness. It's going to be okay. But like, I didn't realize why was it so much? I mean, our heating fuel has pretty much doubled in the last, I'd say, 6 months. And this is what we're currently paying. Maybe let us know if you guys use heating fuel. Currently paying for number 2 diesel, which is what we use, heating oil here, and a lot of interiors and a lot of the villages. It's all heating oil, right? There's some lucky places like in Anchorage, kind of the whole southeast area will have natural gas. It's a lot cheaper, but the majority of the area of Alaska will run on heating fuel with, like, you know, buried tanks or above ground tanks to be able to run your boilers. Apparently this is probably going to go up by the time you guys watch it. It is 323 gallons. And it was $4.32 a gallon delivered. Oh my goodness. Roughly double, I want to say, than about 6 months ago, which means that explains why I have an almost $1,400 bill instead of a $700 bill. Imagine if we were not burning firewood, how much more it would be. We have another issue on that front, but guys, it's going to be okay, right? We know these rough things. It's not the end of the world, but I think what you need to do is not, you know, stuff our head in the sand. We got to try to come up with solutions, have some wisdom, try to have a way to kind of shore up some of the stuff that's coming. We can have, you know, some freedom, so we can have some fun, so we can have a good life. We're not just bogged down in, you know, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next? And is heating fuel going to double? And are we going to make it? Again, touch on some of this stuff later. I'm going to go to the shop, and I got to go lay out one of our electricians on the kind of last wiring. Can you guys get a tour, a bit of an update there? Maybe I'll take the long way and go drive around and show you what our gas fuel prices are looking like here. Again, it's going to be different by the time you probably watch this, especially if you watch this later. So I'm going to show you gas prices or fuel prices currently March 10th, 2022 in the interior of Alaska, Fairbanks, North Pole area. This is what our fuel prices currently are. Let's go check it out on the way to the shop.
But nothing ever stop me from dusting off my shoes. You might think you'll see me falling to the ground, but I threw up my umbrella when rain stops hitting town. Yeah! On a bad day, on a good day, I don't need no sunshine, 'cause I'm dancing with the rain. You will see me running, thinking
All right, there's the quick drive around. That's our current fuel prices. They'll probably be up, to be honest, by the time you guys watch this. But the crazy thing is, in my experience, going to a lot of our Alaskan villages, they will have, you know, their normal prices on fuel there is anywhere from like $9 to $13 a gallon for fuel. I shudder to think what the costs are there. A lot of folks up in those villages, they'll actually ride four-wheelers or snow machines or side-by-sides because they're a little easier to move around there, and they get a lot better gas mileage compared to like large vehicles. Leave a comment down below if you don't mind. Let us know what your fuel prices are looking like. I'm told California, I think, is a lot higher even than we are here, which is pretty crazy to think. Crazy times. Again, we gotta plan for this stuff. We gotta try to find a way to churn through it. I'm gonna head to the apartment, show you guys some of the stuff that's happening. It is so close to being done. It is awesome. And for right now, I'm gonna send you home to the family, see how they're doing.
Sunrise in West Virginia, sleep talking on the front porch.
Hello, happy peoples. Hope you guys are doing wonderful. Out taking the little puppins outside. He's been doing actually super good. No accidents today in the house. The only struggle that we're having is at nighttime. He gets a little not so much there. We're still working on that. It is a beautiful day here, slightly windy, but it's semi-warm, which is amazing. What? Did he go? He pees on the mountain. We have mountains now. It's very hard to tell just how, like... Okay, let me show you. Can they see? Can you see how big? How big the ginormous mountain is in the yard?
Good boy! Just such a good puppy! Good job, Kastner. Good job, come on! Come on!
Anyway, beautiful day out. We are expecting some colder weather coming down the pike, like 18 below in March. Winning, but that's okay. Hopefully it'll be the last hurrah and winter just kind of gets it out of her system. What do we got going on today? Today's kind of a chill at home day. Catching up on home life is kind of what I am focusing on a little bit today. To be perfectly honest, the motivation comes and goes. I'm gonna go in the garage because I'm a little bit chilly. There we go. Firewood. Garrett has been doing a great job getting firewood in the home. He's actually kind of taken this on as one of his jobs. Bert's actually gonna talk to you a little bit later about a firewood situation here in the old great state of Alaska, especially our area in the interior. Yeah, we're just kind of chilling home. I have an entire garage to clean. We're getting very close over at the shop in our little apartment. Very excited. I'm actually working on furnishing the whole apartment. So I actually was able to, on Fairbanks like Craigslist, Facebook for sale page in my area, I was able to find like a coffee table, two end tables, and like an entertainment center. It was like white and it had like little wicker baskets style, very much like what I like, for like $300. I was very excited about that. So one of our guys is gonna go pick it up tomorrow. So that's pretty awesome. I'm excited to be able to get that. It's not gonna take me much to furnish it. The furniture set that we had, like our black furniture that we've had ever since we've gotten married. Well, like 1 year since, so we've had it for 16 years. And still holding up wonderful. And I think I'm gonna put that in my little rental or my little apartment above the shop. We've got some friends actually that are gonna come and stay in that for a little bit while they are gonna be building their home. Good time. We had just one of our rentals come open. One of our little guys, our little 2-bedroom, 1-bath. units that just came available. Listed it yesterday, was on the market for about 6 hours. We had probably 15 plus phone calls in that duration, serious inquiries of wanting to be able to go see it. So I pulled that listing because that's a lot, and we're in the process of trying to figure out who's going to be living there. So that's a good time. And up all things vet appointment for the puppy. Okay, so a lot of you guys are asking what breed little Kastner is. He is a mini golden doodle. So he is a Bernie doodle and a golden doodle mixed. Mini version. Mixed, and it makes him. So mom, dad, him. Super good. He's doing such a good job. Like, I'm actually super surprised at how well he's doing, letting us know he needs to go to the bathroom. We have one of those little bells that is on the back side of our door. He goes over there and he rings it, and he sits by the door and waits for us to take him out. Like, all day. That's what he's been doing. So super good. He's been eating well. He's not sad. He's just more playful and happy. But anyway, my husband is on his way to the shop, I believe. I actually might go meet him over there here in just a little bit. There's a few other final details that I need to go over and figure out. But he's gonna go over there, give you guys kind of an update, what's all going on, talk to you guys a little bit about energy prices. We know that a lot of you are feeling that pressure of the energy. Like, there's no one untouched by it. All around the world, we're seeing this action going and the cost to merely live. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about what we're experiencing and how it is affecting us here in the interior of Alaska. So should be a good time. All right, I'm going to continue on the day, hang out. We're just finishing up school. That's the motivation there, is kind of, it's starting to get warmer outside. The sunshine's coming out more. We're like, we want to be done school. It's so close. Let me know. How are you guys doing? Are you guys doing good in the old school realm? Are you ready to wrap it up? Or you're like, we can keep going for a little while? Yeah, motivation there's been a little, if I'm being honest. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day. Let's check in on Bert and seeing how he's doing.
Nice. Here it is. Looking good, looking good. All the white cabinets, countertops are all done. It's actually really close. Just need to get kind of everything kind of cleaned up in the last little bit of touch of love, right? A little closet right here for some storage, because there's not a lot of storage. Still need to get the HRV booster. That's happening. Washer dryer, stack right here. Zach's working on a shelf there. That's pretty awesome. Spare bedroom is here. We've already talked about, I think we need to get a little bit brighter light in here, but turned out pretty nice. Bathroom's coming along too. So there we go. All white, white, and white. So master bedroom turned out pretty good. Got closet lights there. And we got a fan, 4 cans. Looks pretty awesome. Coming right along. Still need to get a fridge for this. I think actually we're gonna use the fridge in our house, and she's gonna swap the one out at our house with a little bit different layout of a style, but it should match all the stainless steel things. And she's actually, in this place, is gonna furnish it too. So she's just looking at a table, and actually I think we're gonna use our, we have our old black leather furniture. It's actually really nice, but smaller. I think she wants to put in here, but we'll keep you updated on that plan. But anyway, it's coming along. It's really nice. This is only 730 square feet, this whole apartment. And I think it feels pretty open. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think the lighting, I was a little bit concerned there'd be too much lighting, but can you ever have too much lighting in Alaska? I don't think so. We're excited about the progress, all the fun things that are happening here. So let's head home and see what's going on at the house.
Well, in my absence, I'll be surely missing you. I've been working every day, and I sure hope your love is too. And if it gave you cause to doubt me, hope you always think about me. And if you think I'm gonna find another, it ain't true. On fire burning.
Good night, bud. Give me a hug.
I'll be back to fan the flame. It
Love
won't
you.
be
Good night.
long.
Sleep good.
You gonna leave with the dog?
I'm exhausted. Yeah, he's
super
gonna,
tired.
He's gonna give me a full night's sleep.
I'm gonna give her a night off.
Can I hold
All fire burning while I'm
Is this what you do now? You just like snuggle with the dog by the fire at night?
him? We love it.
We're snuggling for the night. Kids are in bed. As promised, talking about energy stuff. What that means here for Alaska. Some misconceptions. You know, some people, I was telling my wife here a second ago, some people think, well, okay, your gas went up like $1 to a gallon. Is it that big of a deal? You know, that means you're going to spend, what, $100 a month more in fuel driving your car. It's heating your home, right? Those are the big costs for us here. And maybe you're on natural gas and it's not a huge deal. So natural gas we do not have in most of Alaska. You have like in Anchorage and like southeast area. You have that, but for most of Alaska, it's all heating oil, right? It's all heating fuel.
Yeah.
And when your gas prices go up, so do your heating costs. But it's not just that even too, right? So when your fuel prices go up, that affects your food.
Yep.
At least for us here, because now your transportation cost, even your
everywhere.
production costs
Yeah.
for your food also go up.
Yep.
Your housing costs, keeping your lights on.
Seeing people on our Facebook page, like our Fairbanks Facebook page, how high the electricity bills are.
Yeah.
That have been coming out for probably the last 2 months, where they're just like doubled.
So what do we do? We know it's here, right? And we know it's coming. And you know, I don't want to be doom and gloom, but it's probably going to get worse. So if we
Don't
can,
be doom and gloom, guys, but
just,
it's gonna get bad. No.
I don't know about you, but like if I know if something's coming, I feel better if I can plan for it, and I almost feel like I'm in control, even though I have zero control. I was talking to her about, you know, what are some things like food-wise, what can we do to save money on food? Because let's just assume that food prices go up.
And we kind of talked about it in our Costco video, where I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and buy something that maybe I know I'm already gonna get, and buy a little bit extra of that,
Oh yeah.
because
Shelf, like food shelf, like stable, like
stable
frozen
food-
things.
right? Stuff that you know you're already gonna buy, and it's at this price now, whereas in maybe a couple weeks it will not be.
Yep.
We've literally seen our gas prices go up 60 cents in a day
Yeah.
here.
So I couldn't imagine what the villages are looking like.
Oh
So
yeah,
ooh.
astronomical. Oh, we have village folks. Let us know, what are your gas prices?
Yeah, leave a comment down below.
We've got Barrow people. And
Let us know down below, like if you're in a village or remote area of Alaska, what are your prices looking
What are
like?
your prices like,
I'd
yeah.
love to know. Like for heating costs too, right? A lot of you guys, especially, was it $430 something? You guys, I told you earlier on our heating bill, it was a lot.
It was a lot.
You're gonna be like us, where we have a fire going in the background. How can we augment? How can we help lower our heating cost, right? So some people actually have pellet stoves, and you can get the pellets. As far as I know, pellets prices have not increased, at least dramatically.
right. They
But-
might have trickled, but nothing astronomical.
The cost to produce them, I'm guessing, are probably going to go up. So if you are burning pellets, you might pick up some pallets of pellets here sooner than later. Firewood is getting harder to come by, which sounds ridiculous because we live in Alaska. Why is it harder to come by?
Can we just go chop down the trees?
Just chop down the trees. So you actually can get permits for certain areas to go do all these things, but you
can
need to
chop it down in your own land.
on your own land, right?
totally
If you have enough.
Yeah, but our trees are so small, like they're teeny tiny,
Yep.
and you have to dry it out for how long?
You need to season them.
Yeah.
You know, at least 6 months.
At least
6 months. So pretty much right after breakup, you need to get on it right away. So it's hard to come by firewood right now, as far as generally. Northland Wood is not selling it this year. There's a few other places that are selling it. It's actually gone up in price, believe it or not. Not only that, if you do burn firewood and want to have it delivered, like we put an order in November, still haven't gotten it. It's March. Northland is not able to sell it because like we bought, it was wet wood from them. They're not allowed to sell that because they can only sell dry wood, some different regulations that came out.
And we would take that wood and we would hold it
Right,
and
and
dry
dry
it,
it out.
season it, and then burn it the following.
Right. And it was a lot cheaper, a little more
Yeah.
to be able to do it that way, but
Right. I'm just wondering if people were just like burning the wet wood.
yeah, that's probably what was happening.
That's a shame.
So there are a couple places. I think Wood Brothers is one. We actually got that within about 2 months from ordering it. And like
Which
I
one
said,
did you place in November?
it's the Aurora Energy one, Aurora Energy firewood, and that was November. And they said maybe in a couple weeks is where we're at. So literally, if you need your firewood, probably want to do that sooner than later, plan way farther ahead. And I think when you have these things that happen to you, that's basically what happens, is you just have to think farther ahead. On the flip side of this too, when you have your increase in your oil costs, what I see on my side of the desk is a lot of construction projects go up. Prudhoe Bay, they start doing more things up there, which is the oil pipeline area, and a lot of truckers are driving up and down. So there are some jobs that are created, but by and large, it's more of a struggle.
You know, all y'all's Alaskans, if you haven't filed for your PFD, end of this month.
PFD, yes.
Is the deadline.
Very good.
So,
very good. And if you don't know what the PFD is, permanent fund dividend.
Here.
There you go. All right, guys. We just wanted to touch on that. I really felt like we needed to get this information out just from what I'm seeing, because
just what we're seeing here.
yeah, things are better if you know what's coming. We can plan as best we can for it, and we'll just all get through this together.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems like that's a lot of the feeling in Alaska, especially in the wintertime. We're going to get through this together. We're going to get through the winter. We're going to get through the hard stuff. We have an awesome summer coming, and it's going to be amazing.
It's getting brighter outside. The weather's getting warmer. It's a good time.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming along, being a part. And with that, we will see you in the next video.
Bye.
Take it away, kids.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. YouTube channel. Beep.
Yeah, this Teddy in his mouth.
Beep.
It ain't true. Keep the home fire burning while I'm gone. I'll be back to fan the flame. It won't be long. Just a while and then I'm back where I belong.